Hi, welcome back to the shed for episode 12 of the Stratocaster build, where I'm going to spend what seems like an eternity knocking the frets into this fretboard. Let's just say it doesn't go well. So we've been working on this neck now for a few weeks and we're kind of getting there with it. There's two pretty major jobs that we need to do before we can set it to one side and think about finishing, and that is obviously getting the frets knocked into it and doing the carve. Now, in this episode, I'm going to focus on the frets. I've got some pre-cut frets. These are stainless steel. They're pretty chunky. So they're about 2.5 mil wide. It's hard to get a measurement of the height, about 1.4 mil high. So they're relatively chunky. They're not the biggest you can get, but they're fairly decent size. They've come pre-nipped, but obviously they're far too big, but having that element of pre-nip done does save you from doing half of it. But I've also got my nippers ready and my cutters and my high-tech block of wood to put them in when they're all cut. So the first thing I'm going to do is start working my way down the board, and I'm going to cut these quite close to where I want them. I'm not leaving a huge amount of extra material. And they are hard as all hell. So it's literally just a case of cutting it to length and then just very delicately nipping out that tang. And I've found that it's best to do this in 2 or 3 passes to take out that material. If you try and do it all in one go, it's just too much for these nippers and it just ends up damaging the fret. And I will have to probably go back and just clean up a little bit with a file just to get that spot on. So I'll carry on working my way down the board and I'll join you back in a few minutes. Okay, so with all those frets cut and cleaned up, we can put them to one side. We'll be putting them in before very much longer, but before I do that, there's one more job I need to do on this fretboard, and that's just take a little triangular file and just ease those fret slots open a little bit. Just to help those frets seat nicely once we get to that point. And then finally, before I put any frets in, I'm just going to kind of lightly round off that edge of the fretboard. Just to kind of help it feel a little bit more played in once we've done the final work on them. And with that done, we can break out the fretting hammer and start to pound some of these frets in. And I am going to be knocking these frets in rather than pressing them in, mainly because it takes a little bit of time to set the press up. I've got to change out the caul in the press, which means finding my other set of cauls. So realistically, it's no quicker to do it that way than it is to just bang them in. So for once, we will do it the old-fashioned way, starting off with just a little bead of glue into that fret slot. Position the fret, bang it in at each side, and then just work your way through, kind of working from the middle until it's all gone down nice and even. And I just like to check these with a thin feeler gauge. If I can't get that underneath, I know I'm down properly. Now the first 3 frets actually went in really nicely, so I was expecting the rest of them to follow suit. However, this job has turned into an absolute nightmare. For some reason the frets are just really difficult to see and they just want to bounce out. So I've taken a little bit of remedial action and hopefully I can get back on course with this. Firstly, I've tried to put a little bit more of a bend into the fret and that seems to be helping. And I've also cut the fret slots a little bit deeper, and from here on in I'm going to use water thin super glue instead of wood glue. I'm not totally sure what the problem is, but we'll see if we can get around it. Okay, so we're down to the last fret now, and I'm a little bit worried by it, to tell you the truth, because this little piece of wenge here is kind of very small and this wood is very brittle, so I'm a little bit scared of chipping that out and breaking it when I put the fret in. So I'm just going to get a bit of super glue in this slot. And hopefully we won't have to bash this in too hard. Whew. That seems to have gone in okay, and we haven't broken the bit of the fretboard out. However, there is quite a little bit of super glue on the fretboard, which I'm now going to have to clean off. I'm hoping a little bit of acetone will do the trick on that. Thankfully it seems a little bit of acetone on a cotton bud will clean up the worst of that. Looks just fine. So I'll continue cleaning the rest of that up off camera. You don't really need to see that, it's as boring as you like. And then we can look at getting these trimmed down and made to look a little bit nicer. Okay, so that's everything cleaned up now as best I can. So first thing I'm going to do is just any of these that are long enough, I'm just going to nip the ends down as flush as I can to the side of the fretboard. There's not that many of them, to be honest. And then I'm just going to take this little file gizmo and start running that up and down the neck. And just square those fret ends up. And you can soon tell when they're flush because the file just stops cutting. And then I'm going to take the other side of me file in a block gizmo, which has obviously got the file at an angle, and I'm just going to use that to put a bit of a bevel on these fret ends. This isn't a finished kind of job by any stretch of the imagination. At this stage it's more about just taking the worst of that sharp edge off. And then with that done, I'm going to bring you in for super close-up shot, because we have the exposed fret slot at the end of each of these frets, and we don't want that. So I'm going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to go and make some wenge dust on the bandsaw, and we can use that with a bit of water thin super glue just to fill in these little slot ends so we can't see them. And all we do with this is we make a little pile of the wood dust. We try and get that packed in a little bit. And take a tiny drop of water thin super glue. Give that a bash with the accelerator. Clean it off with the file. And for most of these, that fret slot will just completely disappear. And if you can see it, it will be very, very difficult to see. So, happy days. And so I'll just carry on working my way down the fretboard and get these all filled in. Okay, and now we have the board finally fretted and all of those little fret ends filled in. You might have noticed also from one of the close-up shots I actually chipped a little bit this wenge off. However, I was able to glue it back on with a little bit of super glue, and I've given that a rub down and it seems to be just fine. You can barely see it. It does need a little bit more work just to blend it in, but you'd be hard pressed to see that. The ends of the frets have filled nicely. They are very, very much less apparent than they were, so happy with that also. It has been a nightmare. I'm not entirely sure what the cause of it was. I think the frets were a little bit under radiused. This is a tighter radius board than I usually work with, so I think that might have been something to do with it. But I also think that my fret slotting saw has become very blunt. I think that the effort that I've had to put into cutting those slots with the blunt saw has actually widened the fret slots slightly. That might be a thing. So I think a job that's going to come up very shortly is to actually get this saw sharpened properly. Hopefully that will help me on my next fretting job. So not ideal, but we got there in the end. So I'm going to leave these now. There is some more work to do to them. They all need leveling and they need dressing and everything, but we'll do that later on down the line, because the next thing I want to do is get the neck carved. However, that's going to be a job for the next episode. I'm going to leave this one here and I'll be back in a couple of days' time when we can tackle that. So until then, as always, don't forget to hit that like button if you've enjoyed this, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll look forward to seeing you then. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.